title. Oh, I can hear myself. Hold up. Numero uno. I'm not I am a Puerto Rican. I am a Puerto Rican, so I'm speaking so that you know. And understand I got the gift of speech and it's a lesson. So listen to this blessing that messed the word. It's a blessing. So listen to this lesson I teach, I preach. I don't know the words. I send the sun to the top of my dome. Some kind of young, not anymore. But my tongue speaks maturity. I don't nothing security. I get paid when my record's played. To put it short, I got it made. Boom, burn out, boom, burn out, burn out. I should do a remake. A remake of that. That was his. I mean, he was good. He didn't blow up like he should. I ain't trying to rhyme. I'm just saying that's what happens all the time. That was on purpose. Yeah. Boom, bono, dono. Don't. Let me see what Twitch sound like. Let me see what that was on purpose. Okay, that's all right. I bring stem to the top of. I can't remember the words. Doesn't matter anymore. Okay, where is my freaking mother flower? No. Alright, I gotta blow it up a little bit more so I can get my chat. That's what I'm trying to do. Chat over here on Mixer. Come on, man! I gotta start the show soon. Mixer, stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. No, that's not what I want to do. Don't. No, that's done. Don't want to go full screen. All right, well, I guess I'm not gonna have Mixer chat because it's not acting right. Let me just reset it though real quick. Refresh, and it's not doing anything. I'm gonna have Mixer chat. Hot not Sibadataba. Still not doing it. Wow, what happened? It's like I leave and then the ding. Oh, I'm reading my little bio. I'm like, oh, that's that guy. Okay, I can't get Mixer chat, so I don't go to Mixer. I'm a pro. I'm level 84. What you got to say about that? What you got to say about that, son? I don't. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do. Oh shoot, what am I gonna do? Oh, I gotta hurry up. I got 2 minutes. Oh no, I did this wrong. Dum. Where's my butt? Come on, butt. Let's see what's up. Where's my no. There it is. Let me just start it. No, I'm gonna wait. There it is. Son of a B-I-E-I-O. I guess the chat was like, nope. Yeah. That happens sometimes, I guess. But now it's back. So I put the chat there, then I put the Twitch over here. Whoa, where you go? There you go. Twitch is there. Oh, Twitch keeps disappearing. I'll put it there. I put that over it. And all games got to go here. I guess I'll start. Oh, I messed up. Hold on, let me stop. Hubris cast. I keep saying hubris. Hubris cast. Live. Parentheses. No, it should be hubris cast. Parentheses are. Nope, that's not 9. Parentheses are 9 cast. Parentheses. Live. Contation mark. That's a word. Alright. There we go. Hubris cast. Not cast. Hubris. I keep saying hubris. That's not a word. I mean, whatever. Hubris. Like bris. Like, hey. Like when they get the pee-pee cut. And then, I guess. I don't know. I never had a bris. Because I'm not Jewishish. Jewishish? That's not words. That's not words either. Alright. Put that there. I'll put that there under there so I can see. And I don't wanna message him. Okay. And let's see if we're like when they get the pee cut. Ouch! I said that in the thing. And that's me. I'm not a robot. 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 I'm not. Why can't I scroll down and get rid of the stupid things on the side? Every time let me see if I can. There it is. Stupid things. Stupid things on the side. Okay. And then we move you over there. Up there. And now we have all the chats. Boom. All the chats on one screen. Crazy, son. Crazy, son. And let me put my sloth. Because slothy is the best. Where's slothy? Stop. What did I do? Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm messing up here. Hold on. I'm gonna get this show on the road in a second. As soon as I get slothy up there. There we go. But oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, I feel better now. I don't really feel better, but I do. But I don't. But I do. I need a 4K screen. That's what it. Bottom line, I need a 4K screen. Let me tell you why. Because I can have more little things on my screen at the same time. That's why you need a 4K screen. So what should I do? Should I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get another better TV, and I'm gonna get the TV that we got. Put it in here, 4K, 4K, and then it'll be good. That's what's gonna happen. Be like, listen, woman. That's how it's gonna happen. Anyway, what up, y'all? It's the R9 Cast, the official Blood Dish Show, Crystal, Super Dope Show for Reservoir9.com. I'm Esgee, aka Stephen D. Gibson, aka Electron Bandit, aka I'm tired. Usually, well, you know, you watch YouTube videos and it's like, yo, what's up, fam? What's up, peoples? And they're all jumping up and stuff. Or it's like, how do I begin this one? They have like bad news to tell you. I'm in the middle. I'm like, I'm supposed to be energetic right now, but I'm not. Not because I'm in a bad mood or anything bad happened. It's just because I was tired. And the funny thing is, it's not funny, but I say this. I had a nice big old fat super nap this afternoon. Because Tony and Rocco were here, and we did a little stuff. We didn't do too much work, but we did some meeting type of stuff. Excuse me. And I was working on some logo stuff, which didn't actually work out that well. So I got to work on that a little bit more, I think. Yes, I do. And yeah. And they left early, and I was like, let me sit in front of the TV and watch all the Spider-Man spoilers. There's so many spoilers on Spider-Man on YouTube right now. I don't even have to play the game. I seen it all, son. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I played Sunset Overdrive, so I know how the game plays, right? And then I saw the Kingpin. They showed the Kingpin and the Shocker fight before the game came out. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I saw the other stuff, and I was like, okay. And I saw the end stuff. I was like, all right, I'm good. I don't need to play Spider-Man now. And Bird be like, oh, but that's not the same. Watching the video is not the same as playing it. Yeah, Sunset Overdrive is kind of, I'm going to say, if you don't like Batman that much, the Batman games that much, you're not going to like Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man really is kind of like Batman, except better. A better character. Well, I don't want to say a better character. A more likable character. Spider-Man is a more likable character. You know, Batman's all, I'm brooding, my parents are dead, right? And Spider-Man's like, ha, jokes, 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 jokes. Until it gets a little serious. And then it's like, I can't tell no jokes. Emotion, emotion, emotion. you know how Spider-Man do. Taco says, how does it feel now that PS4 has the best game that is Marvel's Spider-Man, and Xbox got nothing? See, Tycla's trying to be a troll, but Pace got you beat. I'm sorry, Pace got it on locked. Pace takes you, puts you in the suplex like a blah. It's Pace against Tiger Claw. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Pace just suplex him. Oh my god. Now he's going for the fight. Oh my gosh, Pace just bomb blind Tiger Claw. Tiger Claw's unconscious. Tiger Claw's unconscious. Oh my gosh, he might be really hurt bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's going for Pace's elbow. Badoosh. Yeah, Pace got you beat. Sorry. I'm just saying. You can't. And upon further study, observation, if you will, of the Spider-Man game, Marvel's Spider-Man for PS4, which is the total title of the game, because if you look at it's Marvel's. Why is it Marvel's Spider-Man? I'm going to tell you why. Because Sony sucks. I'm going to tell you why Sony sucks. Not because they suck, but they suck. Not overall, but I'm saying, as far as Spider-Man goes, they suck because they needed Marvel to make a Spider-Man movie for them. That's how much they suck. Sony sucks so bad that they had to get somebody else. Sony has a studio to make movies. They have that. They're like, yo, we got all this money. We got a studio. We got play. We can hire actors and directors, and we got it all. But they can't make a Spider-Man movie. I mean, they made some, and they were like, oh, that's the Spider-Man movie. And then they're like, please. No, Marvel was like, yo, we want you, Spider-Man. So what you want? And then Sony was like, dang, we kind of suck at making Spider-Man movies. I think that, how about you guys make our next Spider-Man movie? How about that? But we get all the credit and money and stuff. And Marvel's like, but we get Spider-Man and the Avengers, the Infinity Gauntlet, the Infinity War stuff, right? Like, yeah. All right, no problem. That'll be a weekend, cause Marvel's like, yeah, sure, we'll knock it out real quick. And Sony's like, yes. And Sony's so crazy and stupid, they're like, yes, we did it. Now we're gonna be just like the Marvel MCU, yeah. Except it's the Smokey Yuku. What's it called? Marvel's Spider-Man universe for Sony's movies. I forgot what the acronym is, but it's dumb. And now they're making a Venom movie that's gonna be horrible. And I'm like, it's the first sign that you know that Sony sucks at Spider-Man. That Venom, you look at Spider-Man Homecoming, it's like, oh man, wow, that was good. And then you look at Venom, like, oh wow, that's no, this doesn't even seem like they're in the same universe. They're supposed to be. I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah. Anyway. Tiger says Spider-Man has Batman-like control, but way better, way better, because Marvel asked Insomniac to make it. Plus, Marvel's Spider-Man has some Easter eggs from the Marvel Universe. Here's the thing. Marvel's Spider-Man for PS4 is not. It's technically. See, I don't. No, it's. You know what? I can't say if it is or not. I'm gonna say it's not in the MCU, technically. They have some things that are, that call back to it, like the Iron Man Spider Irons, whatever that one is called, the Iron Man Spider Iron Suit, right? But they're totally effing with the Spider-Verse, like the traditional comic book stuff. Now, I'm not going to say no spoilers like Spoiler Claw the other day, totally ruining Pace's evening, weekend, whatever. You're just spoiling it all. I'm not going to do that. I saw the ending. I'll spoil this. There's an ending after the ending. I saw that too. I was like, all right, okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, they did similar thing to Sunset Overdrive where there was an ending. It ended, and then there was another ending after it to let us know that there is room for a sequel, basically, for Sunset Overdrive. They set it up that way. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's one day. Right. Doomplex says, TC is taunting SG at this point. That's how bad it is for X-Bone. No, because Tyclaw thinks that he could kind of be more better than Pace now that he spoiled it and got Pace so upset the other day, which was hilarious, by the way. I was really enjoying it. It's sad, but it was funny. It was funny at the same time. Even though Tyclaw technically didn't, I guess he spoiled something for him, but if you look at the grand scheme of things, not really. Because because I saw all the stuff. And there's some stuff literally in Spider-Man. Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4 that is literally, hey, let's bite off a Batman real quick. And I'm not just talking about the combat. That's just a given. That's like, yeah, that's Batman combat. Nobody, yeah, okay, sure. That's not a big deal. There's something about like story-wise and like scenarios, set piece, if you will. I was like, okay, that's like one of the best parts of the Batman games. I'll put say games so you don't know which game I'm talking about. That's like one of the best parts right there. Almost exactly like it, down to the look and feel. And I was like, this is some bullshit right here. This is blatant. You could say it's an homage. Nah, they just like, you know what? That part, remember that part in Batman? That was cool, right? Like, yeah, that was cool. Yeah, let's do that. But we're not gonna try something. No, we gonna do. That's what we do. But wouldn't people say that we're like? But I don't care. That's what we're doing. But it was good in the Batman. But so why? You sure that we? I said that we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it. Yes, boss. And then they go tick, 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 and they make it, and that's what they did. And I was looking at it, I was like, oh man, that's so close. And honestly, I think that Batman did it better. I'm just saying. It's okay, but when it happened to Batman, I was like, oh snap, okay, all right, this game. I was like, okay, this game right here. That was the one thing that like it pushed Batman to a higher level. I was like, okay, Batman ain't no joke no more. I wish there was more unique stuff, like not like exactly like that in the Batman game, but like something like that where it's like it's character dependent as far as the rogues gallery and stuff. Like this character does this and this. I was like, yeah, if it did that, that'd be dope. And they tried it with the penguin, with the shark. I think it was a shark with the ice, and I was like, that was all right. But the one I'm talking about, which I'm not gonna spoil, was like, ooh, man, that's biting. That's biting. I mean, Insomniac makes a good game, but come on, son, that's biting. Yeah, I know about the marriage proposal. I read about that just before the show. I don't care about that. That's just stupid. What is it? Public relations stuff. Like, oh, we're Insomniac and we're cool for the public, which they are. I'm not saying they're not. They did the same thing Sunset Overdrive. They had like a little TV, and they had that dude Brendan, whatever his name is, and he's sitting there, hey, Sunset TV, blah blah blah, right? And you just look in game. You would look up at a billboard, like a LCD screen on a building, and the episode of Insomniac this week or whatever would show on the thing, and you just watch it in the game. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. I don't think too many games have a TV show inside the game. That's dope. So yeah, Insomniac's always doing cool little stuff like that. But that's, that's the fan thing, and it didn't work out for them. So whatever. And people are saying, oh, it's fake and it was set up, blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't make the game better. No, just shut the hell up. Does it make the game worse? No, then shut the hell up. That's what I'm saying. It's just inconsequential. It's news. It's not exactly positive news for the game itself, but it's like blah news. It's like not good, not bad. It's like, oh yeah. It's like distraction. That's not distractionary. Plum Earl 2. How you doing, Plum Earl? Earl. Wow. Plum Ear 2. I'm sorry. Plumir. I'll just call you Plumir. I'm dumb. Let's get it right off the bat. I'm dumb. Idiot is a little strong, stupid most of the time, but definitely dumb. But thank you for the follow. You're the best right at this moment at 7:14 p.m. You are, for real. That's not even like a joke or nothing, because you followed. Cool. Hypebot told me so. Anyway, so I'm not gonna spoil it. I don't want to spoil it because I don't know if everybody. Okay, so Rocco was here. Rocco bought the game. Rocco finished the game in like 2 days. And I'm like, hold up. You already finished. The game came out Friday. Today's Sunday. He's done. So actually, he got it on Friday. Meanwhile, he's in school, so he must have got it Friday. Well, I don't know if he got it digital, so he might have got it digital. So maybe. But regardless. 2 days, done. He finished the game, and he's telling me about some stuff, and I'm like, okay. The main thing that I'm upset about, which is not a spoiler, it's kind of a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler. It has to. Now, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm gonna roll that back. Zip, bloop, bloop. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to be accused of spoiling anything. But I guess it's more of a Sinister 6, Sinister 7. What is it? Sinister 6? Sinister 7, Sinister 7, Sinister 6. I guess it's Sinister. Anyway, I guess it's more of one of those type of games where they have all the. I mean, they showed it on the trailer where they had the Electro, Shocker, Rhino, Vulture, Mr. Negative. Was there somebody else? I think there was a sixth missing. Well, there was a sixth missing in the trailer. I know who the sixth one is. I'm not going to say. Because that's a spoiler. So, I was watching it. I watched all the boss fights. I was like, okay, yeah, they're boss fights. They're Insomniac boss fights. Similar to Sunset Overdrive, except the mechanic is different. In Sunset Overdrive, you grind. So, like the big giant mutant worm that was flying around the city, you would grind on his back and you would blam him in the back of the head. It was like, and it smack you off, and you're like, gotta do it again. And it spikes out at you. And you're like, oh, snap, this is crazy. So yeah, they're Insomniac bosses, which is cool, but it's not like, oh man. Did you see? I didn't see the glitches. If Spider-Man was Xbox exclusive, she would have married him. What? If Spider-Man was an Xbox exclusive, she would have married him. It's all Sony's fault. That's okay, Burr. I wouldn't go that far, but you might be right. You might. No, I don't think so. She's a Sony ponette. What's a female pony? Mare. She's a Sony. Well, but what's a baby mare? It's still a pony, right? They don't distinguish sexes when it's the babies. I say mare. Okay, I'm gonna just play this. Let me see if I can. Oh, hold up. Stupid thing. Glitches. Glitches get stitches. This is from comicbook/WWG. Oh, comicbook.com. What the hell is WWG? Anyway, let me see here. I have to switch things here. Scene. There we go. This Marvel Spider-Man glitch breaks the game, and it's hilarious. Wow, look at that face. Look at his face. Look at his. Okay. Spider-Man is unfortunately borked for me, and it's hilarious. Not angry or upset. I just wish I could experience the game like everyone else. Oh well. What? Where is it? I don't see. I don't get it. Oh, is it gonna show? Oh, this is it right here. It stops. It freezes. Oh, it's this one.
I just wish there were more people. He's right.
Wow.
5 years ago.
Wow. What the Okay. All right. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Wow. This is how the cake is made, y'all. This is Wow. Oh, that's some good ass cake. Oh, it's magic cake. Look at that hand. It's all messed up. Who's that? Whoa, his face is gone.
Thanks again for setting all this.
This is how they do animatics, I guess. Hey, I'm Peter Parker, and I want to know. Hey, Peter.
Oh my God.
What's your chips?
Maybe we should send.
Wow. Whoa, what is he doing back there?
I gotta run.
What is he looking at? Why are you doing? Wow. Wait, was there actually? I'm trying to see if there was actually voice on that. I couldn't tell because the dude was talking, so I was like, huh? What the hell? That's pretty bad.
What is it? Come on, you can tell me.
Oh, okay.
These past few years, you helping me through college and working here, sacrifice.
Wait, there's no like, is there actually sound? I don't hear the ambient sound. Oh, so that whole thing is messed up. Okay, that's funny. Is there another one or is this the same one? It's probably the same one. Oh, there's more. Oh boy, let's see.
Oh
Oh wow. Oh man, that's messed up. Dude, there was never a glitch like this in Sunset Overdrive. I'm sorry.
You're lucky to be alive.
Is this the guy I saved?
I'm sorry, I can't watch it anymore. Is this more? Oh my! You tell me the whole game is like this for him? Wow, that's messed up.
I just talked to Craig. I never said I did.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yo, this dude. Okay, this dude needs to play through this whole game and put all of those freaking cutscenes on a YouTube page and just have them all up there. Just statue, call it, I don't know, figurine Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man for PS4, because that's hilarious. Let's see the last one. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, that's his hair texture. Oh my gosh, that's kind of cool actually. You can see how they do it. Wow. He's not talking. I guess he muted the audio.
I'm half the reason.
Oh, he's skipping through it because it's so long. Oh, that's so weird.
Why'd you leave?
How did it mess up that bad? Oh man, that's an ugly face. Yo. Oh man, look at that face. I should follow this dude, man. He's funny. Wow. I will say the faces look good. I just don't like the way Peter Parker's hair is. He's too he used to have like a little white boy fro or something. A little too fluffy. You know what I mean? And how does he get all that hair in the spider mask without having like a lump? Like, dude, like us people with a lot of, well, I don't have a lot of hair anymore. I used to have a lot of hair. You put a hat on or something or put a do-rag up, you get a bloop. You get a blip bloop, you know. Come on, son. Gotta be more. Does he gel it down first? Okay, that was pretty good. That was very good. Very pretty good, actually. But wow. What was I talking to? That whole thing just totally distracted my brain from, I mean, that's a separate issue. That's not like, oh, Insomniac sucks because look at the glitches. No. I mean, the game has glitches, whatever. I seen those cutscenes and it never glitched on me. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not gonna glitch on like 90-something% of people, but this dude, wow, the whole game is screwed up for him. I wonder why that happened. That's a weird glitch where it's like, oh, all the cutscenes just messed up. I mean, I don't know if any of the game is. I don't think it should. That's weird. Maybe he didn't get the patch, the day one patch, or maybe the day one patch got corrupted when he got it or something. I don't know. That's weird. That's a weird thing, but it happens. The cool thing about today in the world of Earth and internets is that we get to see all these funny glitches. You know, like Tiger Clay, you would have never seen them. You would have never got the giggle laughs. You know, I would have never seen them because I would have never played the game. But I mean, YouTube, so I would have seen them, which I did. But I'm glad you showed them to me because that was hilarious. That was so funny. Thank you. But going back, I mean, you know, like I posted in chat before, God of War is still at 94, I believe, 94 Metacritic. Marvel's Spider-Man for the PS4 only at 87. I think it's 87. Let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 3. Let's see. No. Marvel's Spider-Man. Metacritic. Let's see what the Metacritic score is now. Where? Metacritic. Here we go. See if it changed. I don't think it has, because yeah, it's still at 87. 87. Okay, let's not play the trailer. I hate this. It's like, I'm gonna play the trailer, but you have to wait because buffering. Let me buffer.
Imagine the responsibility the astronaut shoulder.
Jeez, shut up. Shut it. Okay, this is some bullshit right here. Stupid. All right. Anyway. So the critics' reviews, 90 were positive, 5 were mixed. Oh, what I wanted to do was to compare the different outlets. Impulse Gamer, XGN. I know IGN gave it, Guardian gave it a 60. I wanted to read this real quick. Because I did read this. I was like, whoa! I got 2 guys left. You better hope. Hecked. I don't know what he's talking about. This is from, what did I just say? TheGuardian.com. Marvel Spider-Man review. A perfect superhero in an imperfect world. PS4 sounding. Spidey swings through the canyons of Manhattan in eye-popping style, but the set-piece villain showdowns are confused and messy. Okay, I can see that. If you're, yeah, sure. Don't care about that. Now there's a caper system of Spider-Man, millions of dollars invested. And yeah, I wonder how much this game costs. That's another thing. That's one thing. Video games are on IMDb, right? I think they are. Let's see. IMDb. I wonder. I mean, I know they are, right? I think they are. I don't remember. Marvel's Spider-Man. Oops, I can't. Why? I don't see it. Spider-Man for PS4. Yeah, it's not gonna show up. No, it's not. They don't do games. Okay. Internet Movie Database. Okay, that's why. It's not a movie. You know the Spider-Man. The what is it called? The Spider-Man with Miles Morales. The animated one. That looks kind of nice. I'm like, oh, every more and more I see about that new Spider-Man movie, I'm like, I think they should have made this game right here. The game that, I mean, Insomniac is cool. They make good games, but I'm just looking at. I'm like Miles Morales. There's Miles Morales, Peter Parker, Spider-Gwen. I think is in it too, and I'm like, yo, that looks like a game right there. Like if it looked like that movie and it was kind of the same kind of gameplay, but it was that, I was like, yo, that would be I think that would have been way better. And I know Sony's trying to capitalize on Spider-Man right now, but I think they might be oversaturating it, and that animated movie might be a better just overall Spider-Man experience than this game. Just saying. And it'll probably reach more. They'll probably make more money off it, reach more audience eyes. Okay, so for Spider-Man's first hours are enthralling after an explosive introduction that sees him squaring off against the crime lord Wilson Fisk. Players are released into a stunning recreation of Manhattan. The entirety of the island is explorable, from the brick tenements and elevated train tracks of Harlem through the neon dazzle of Times Square to the glittering skyscrapers of the Southern Commercial District. Insomniac is clearly justifiably proud of its virtual New York. Spidey can use his photographic skills, take snapshots, key landmarks, blah blah blah. One thing I'll say about the game is that they got the sound design kind of cool, because I was watching Tiger Claw for about 2 seconds, and he was up on top of a building about to pounce on some fools, and you heard the city, you heard the brakes, and you heard the buses and the honking and the horns and stuff. Like, yep, that's cool. All right, that's dope. That's one thing that I was kind of missing from Sunset Overdrive, because the whole city wasn't alive. It was all overdriven, whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called, but the zombies. It's almost sad that most of what you see of New York is rooftops, but it's a small price to pay for the best method of movement in an open world game. Spider-Man's web slinging is pure wish fulfillment. Each time Spider-Man launches into action, the game's uplifting orchestral score soars alongside him. Vast amount of work has gone into making his arcs through the city seamless. There's even a bespoke animation for running up the side of a fire escape. Oh, I didn't see that one. It is truly marvelous. Tiger says when Spider-Man is walking in the crowd, instead of punching them, he gives a wave or finger guns like Spider-Man. Yeah, or high five. Yeah, I saw that. He can't punch civilians. Spidey can be sneaky too, hopping from ledge to ledge, silently stringing up criminals. However, it's easy to be spotted. The red catsuit does rather stand out, so most of the situations send into fisticuffs for too long. Mastering the fight is crucial. Sabba dabba dabba. It's Batman. Oh, sorry. Mastering New York is rife for criminal activity, semi-random carjacking, store robberies to larger criminal bases that offer a more substantial. Batman! Literally Batman. Okay, thanks. Elion is a joy to tackle these problems and embrace being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but as the game begins to introduce activities such as pigeon chasing and backpack collecting, it becomes clear that the game is struggling to find new uses for Spidey's talents. As the story progresses, the city becomes more unstable and dangerous, but frustratingly, the escalation doesn't equate to evolution. You're performing the same activities in Hour 30 as you were in Hour 3, merely against larger numbers of better equipped adversaries. A lot of this uninteresting open world busywork feels years out of date. Okay, that's the paragraph I wanted to read, because that's what I read the other day. I was like, oh, that's kind of like Sunset Overdrive. Or Batman. It's the same. So I'm not gonna read too well. I mean, I'll read a little bit more, but I wanted to touch on the collectathon. I'll call that, because Sunset Overdrive is. I finished Sunset Overdrive. Beat all the bosses. My map is full of icons of like collect all these shoelaces or toilet paper paper rolls or other stuff. I'm like, I don't wanna, or shoot all these security cameras. I'm like, nope. So I finished the game, but my map is full. I guess if I want to get the achievement, I could do it, but if I want to play in that world again. But the best part of Sunset Overdrive are the boss fights, and the traversal. Which is just like Spider-Man. Which Spider-Man is just like Batman. So Spider-Man. So Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4 is literally Sunset Overdrive meets Batman, the Arkham games. That's it. That's all you gotta write. And if you like both of those games, you're good. For all the people who didn't play Sunset Overdrive, and they're sitting here like, oh, Spider-Man's the best game ever. You slapped on Sunset Overdrive, because literally this is the same game except different colors, different characters, and different traversal. But everything else, I think Sunset Overdrive is a little bit better in the fighting, because while you're gliding around and grinding on all the different surfaces, you could find a path, like a circular path, and just shoot fools. And it's so gratifying. Like going around, you switch weapon, and you get the teddy bear explode bomb jammies. It's great. Teddy grenades or something? I forgot what they are. It's cool. Sunset Overdrive is way better than anybody gave it. And here's the thing also. So Spider-Man got an 87. Sunset Overdrive got an 83. So they're not that far away from each other. And Spider-Man, I would assume Spider-Man would be in the 90s. Like, this should be way better than Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive is a new IP. Nobody heard of it. Nobody was digging it. I personally didn't like the music that much. So kind of that one part of it, which is a big part for me, took me out of it. I still enjoyed the game, but I was like, man, if the music was like super music that I liked personally, or if it was more of a Forza Horizon where they had the different stations, you'd be like, yo, just give me the EDM station, or just give me the hip hop station, son. I will be down to clown all the time, just like, yo, I just want to listen to some crazy music and play a game. I know we could do custom soundtracks, but that's not the point. The point is, it's the game. But I mean, it's not horrible music. It's just, I wasn't feeling it, And that's another thing. I was watching Spider-Man, all the good parts of Spider-Man on YouTube, and that music gets a little. I mean, I was only watching a little bit. I wasn't playing for 30 hours, so I'm wondering how repetitive the music cues get, because I was like hearing it over and over. I was like, whoa, okay. And when Spider-Man, he was fighting the last boss, I was looking, I was like, I mean, okay. it doesn't seem. It seems like, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, how could they have made that boss fight like, whoa, like, go snap? This is the crazy. Because I'm not sure if that's the best boss fight in the game. I mean, I remember all the other ones. The other ones were all right. It might be. I mean, there's different stages to it, so I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But I don't know. It didn't seem like, oh, man. And it didn't seem any better than the boss fights in Sunset Overdrive. And that's my main thing. Another thing that irks me about Spider-Man, I know it was an artistic decision, and it also was a logistical decision. It just made it easier for them to make the game. Is that there's no dynamic day-night cycle, right? So it's all scripted. So it's like, okay, this happens, and then he's like, oh, man, I'm tired. I just need to rest a bit. And he sits down on a rooftop, and he takes a nap or whatever, and then the sun rises, and it's the next day. You know, and then that's how they do it. So I'm like, okay, so I guess it's going to be daytime until I hit the next story beat, and then it'll switch, back and forth. So the prison part that we saw in E3, it's always going to be at the nighttime because everything happens at a specific time, and they do that for a couple of reasons. One is they can bake in the lighting so that the game actually looks way better than it would otherwise. Because if you do dynamic lighting, it's harder. It takes more resources for the PS4, let's just say, because that's the only thing it's on, to actually push it to make it look as good as it wouldn't look as good as it does right now if it was dynamic lighting, because they couldn't get all the lighting right, and you got the shadows would have to move with the lighting. It's a whole bunch of different systems that are affected, and it just doesn't look as good. But when you could pre-bake everything and the lighting is, boom, it's fixed. The sun is fixed, so the shadows are going to always be in one direction, and the light source is there. Sure, there'll be other, environmental lights, but for the most part, it's just, boom, one sun that's not moving. So it just helps out for the game's performance. But, and that was a problem I had with Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive was always in the daytime. It was never nighttime. That's a lie. There were some nighttime parts with the Horde stuff. I forgot what that's called, but the Horde stuff did have some, but not. I don't think there was nighttime stuff in the open world itself. I think it was all the time daytime, which is okay. It's one of those blue sky type of games. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. So I didn't have a problem with that per se, but I would prefer to have the dynamic systems. If it's an open world game, one thing you expect it to be is dynamic day and night cycle. That's just one of the things, It's like Sea of Thieves spoiled us, The Witcher spoiled us, Witcher 3. So, that's what we expect. So hopefully their next game can do it. But the narrating is the narrative is surprisingly rich. Driving nobody needs this. Insomniac. Writers are in fine form. Yeah, I was listening to the writing and stuff. It's good. So I'm not gonna say Sunset Overdrive had better writing. I'm just saying it's rated M versus rated teen. I would say this is probably teen, right? Yeah, teen. And you got the curse words and the jokes that are inappropriate for children, and that's where I would prefer naughty jokes than I mean, Spider-Man's cool, but you can't. There's only so much, and that's another thing, right? If like Spider-Man's cool, he's 23 in this game. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But like Old Man Logan or like Logan the movie, that's rated R. You got the little girl in there. He's saying, he's cursing at her. It's hilarious, and it's appropriate. And I'm like, well, when is Spider-Man gonna get old? And I mean, like, I haven't followed the comics, so I don't know how old he has gotten. At one point, he did marry Mary Jane, and then I think they killed her or something. I don't remember, actually. This is not the game, so I'm not spoiling the game, so don't get mad. But like, when is gonna be old man Spidey, old man Peter? You know what I mean? And he's all old, and he's like, ugh. And his webs like, ugh. They're all goopy. They're not as flexible or strong as they use. Okay, that's dumb because it's a formula. So. But, he's got a little bit of a belly. He's not as fit as he used to be. He's like, I'm Spider-Man. He's got Spanx on and stuff to hold it in. He doesn't have the abs like he... Anyway, I want Spider-Man to curse. That's what I'm saying. He'll never do it. I don't know. They'll never go that route, I don't think. But, He should. I mean, he's a New Yorker. Come on, son. I know you could be a nerd, but come on, man. Go get him, Tiger. She says that in the game, by the way. Spoiler. I spoil it. There you go. It's over. Spoil it all. I still don't like how she looks in that game. I think, oh, man. I'm not saying that the characters are ugly, but they're not appealing looking. Like Sunset Overdrive, right? You got your characters, and they look fairly attractive, I'd say. Stylized, somewhat like Fortnite, but better. Not as angular. I know they tried to go for realism with this game, but I don't think that was the... I don't know. There is a little bit of Uncanny Valley in there. Just slight. It's not horrible, but... I just wish it was a little more stylized. Like the animated movie that's coming out. Spider-Man Dimensions, whatever it's called. With Miles. That seems like a missed opportunity. Like if it was like a tie-in with that movie and yeah, that might have been a little better. Because Spider-Man's in it, like I said, Spider-Man's in it, Miles is in it, and Spider-Gwen is in it. So we'll see. I don't know. I didn't. Well, I was gonna say there's something that happened yesterday, but I don't think I want to talk about it. Turn that off. I don't want to talk about it because I'm like 40 minutes into the show, and that's one of those things she's talking about at the beginning of a show. Like, oh yeah, this happened to me over the weekend, blah blah blah. But no. Oh, sorry, Kai Judo. My chat is messed up. My chat is messed up here. Let me try to fix it. Apologies. Paulo. Come on. I know he's not rated R in the comics. That's not what I'm saying, Kaijudo. Come on, man. Every time I say something, he's like, this is what it is. I'm like, duh. I mean, well, I was going to say, Old Man Logan is pretty bad. I'll read it all because I'm sorry, I didn't read it. My bad. Spider-Man cartoon is going to be like all the other cartoons. They never show any real action. I think the live-action movies do way better now. Yeah, because Marvel's making them. Kedger says the animated stuff sucks. Even as good as the X-Men cartoons was in the 90s, they still didn't have much action going on. Yeah, that's true. Told you already that Spider-Man 2 did it before Batman. Specifically. There's a specific part in Spider-Man. I got to go back. In Spider-Man. In Marvel Spider-Man for PS4. That is exactly like one of the Batman games. And that game came out before Spider-Man for the PS4. Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, oh, Spider-Man 2 for the PS2 came out and that did it. No, that's not what I'm talking about. So, do your history before... I'm just kidding. They say it was get annoying in games because it happens too quick, but it sucks not to have it at all. I think sandbox games need to chill with the day-night cycle to make them a little longer. It depends on the game. Each game's a little different. Like The Witcher is pretty good. Witcher is like you could be like chilling for a minute and like, whoa, okay, what time is it? You wait for. And Assassin's Creed is the same thing. Assassin's Creed Origin is pretty good too about the day-night cycles. But everything else, you're right. You're pretty much right. Spider-Man's not rated on in the comics. He's always been clean. He's not even supposed to. I know, but yeah, he's been throwing people off of buildings for a minute on this game. They have Spider-Man where the old Spider gives it to the new kids who's Latino. Yes, I know. It was Miles Morales, but whatever. If you want to read Arian, I get Deadpool. They have car chases in Spider-Man 2. I don't care about car chases. Spider-Man's not about car chases. Spider-Man's about swinging. Swinging. Swinging, not swanging. You know what I mean. Anyway, any hoot, any holla, any ho. I'm trying to... Okay, now I'm back. Now I'm not back. What did I just do? Oh my gosh. It closed. I think... Oh no, I didn't hear it. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Alright. Sorry about that, Kaijudo. I was... the chat was blocked. I couldn't see it. So, back to Spider-Man and why it's good and why it's not good and blah blah blah. What do you think of Henry Cavill as Geralt in the Witcher TV show from Netflix? It says Target Claw. Sure, I guess. Hopefully it's mature and he's boning all the bits. He's boning all the ladies and the witches. Hopefully. And hopefully they keep his British accent, which they should. They should keep it. I think he sounds better British. Because that's his native tongue. I don't care. We'll see what he looks like. It should be fine. We got rid of Netflix because we were like, we're paying it. We're not even watching it. So, but we'll get it back later. Whenever. We're not worried about it. We just momentarily, took it away. Yay. So, there's probably ways I can find it, but not worried about it. Yeah, Spider-Man. It's Sunset Overdrive, but better. So that's good. I think the hype was real. No, I think the hype was too. I think it was a little over, just barely a little bit overhyped. Because I've heard a lot of people say, well, the game is good, but it's really backloaded. So the third act is where all the good action happens, but in the middle it's like, it's kind of slow and boring. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see that. And basically, it's a lot of it is because of. I mean, I guess it's the story, because I know the gist of the story. Like I said again, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I know the gist of the story, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's not dumb or anything, but I guess it's the pacing of the story beats and stuff. So, and the fact that they control the day and night should make that part of the game easier to control. So that's on them. That's on Insomniac right there for the pacing to be off. Because you literally are controlling the sun and the moon and stuff, so you are controlling this. So, yeah, that's on them. You can't say, it's because you're playing it wrong. No, you just Insomniac messed it up on that respect. But I mean, they got the swinging, of course, which was the most important thing to get right. Was the swinging. Combat, yeah, just Batman, just with Spider-Man. I'm trying to. What else was there? That was so it's like the combat of Batman, the fetch quests, the collectathons of Sunset Overdrive. Some of the traversal stuff is similar to Sunset Overdrive as far as the animation goes, because I would assume that they have the same animation director and stuff. And you can tell it's like when you go around a building, like if you're vertical on the building, you're running on the side of a building, you go around. It's like pretty much super close to the same animation as Sunset Overdrive when you do that, because you can run on buildings on Sunset Overdrive too. So I'm like, this is kind of just like Sunset. If Sunset Overdrive had a grappling hook, it'd be Spider-Man, pretty much. Dude, they should have put a grappling hook. That was like the one thing I think they should have put in Sunset. But yeah, I guess that's it. I guess it got the right scores, 80s in the 80s. Yeah, I mean, some people get it, but 87 overall. And then the Guardian gave it the 60, and I'm like, you know what? I think even though it's a low score, it's too low of a score. I think it's necessary because all of the overhype and all these other outlets that are giving it hundreds. I mean, it's not a 100 game. It's rarely a 100 game. And Marvel Spider-Man for PS4 is not a 100 game, because if it was, a Sunset Overdrive would have been a 95 or something like that, because the differentiation in Metacritic scores is 4 points. So let's say a 90. So Sunset Overdrive should have been a 96 if Spider-Man is 100. If you want to do like a direct correlation that way. So I'm like, although that 60 is low, I would have never given it a 60 just based off what I've seen and that I know Insomniac makes games. They make good games. It's necessary to balance everything out. So 87 on Metacritic seems right. Seems just. Doesn't seem like, oh man, that's not fair. It should be 92. Just right under. It should be 93, right under God of War. I'm like, I don't know about that. So and the user ratings were 81, I think, or something like that. But there were some trolls in there giving it zeros and stuff. I'm like, oh, come on, son. And there's rarely a game that gets a 0. There are some PS4 games like Life of Black Tiger or whatever. Or there's some other games on the PS4. I'm like, how the hell are these games on there? I don't know. they're high garbage. I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I say high garbage. They're just bad. They're bad phone ports that were bad on the phone to begin with, and they just ported it over, and it's just like, wow, this is not even a game. I don't know what this is. It's bad. Anyway, not talking about that. But he swung after cars. Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do in a Spider-Man game. Kaijudo, which is cool. I think. I mean, this was their first Spider-Man game. It was ambitious. I would say that they got the boss fights right. I think it's hard. I think a game like Spider-Man. I think a game like Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4 would have been. I think I just ate a bug. Would have been. Would have benefited from a system like the Nemesis system. On top of having the 5, 6, or 7, however many bosses there are, like main villain bosses, you could have had the sub criminals, and if you would have had a Nemesis type system in there as in addition to the main bosses, that would have been like, okay, this game is dope. Now, because right now you're like, okay, you got these common thugs you got to get rid of. You got these, there's a bank robbery or there's a mug. Somebody's stealing the car, blah, blah. You got that stuff. You're like, okay. But if you put it in like the Nemesis system type of thing where you have, that's Julio the thug. I don't know why it's Julio, but that's Julio the thug, right? He's like, oh, no, it's Spider-Man again. Let's go. And then he jumps in his hoopty like, let's go. It's like, oh man. Then they're like, oh man, I gotta get Julio again, right? And then he goes after him. It even though it's just a little thing where it's just like a scripted word, dialogue thing here, and a little thing with the character here, and kind of transplanting the same NPC, but maybe leveling up or carrying like a couple of lines of dialogue to make it a more cohesive or real or interactive or I forget the word. World, then it's like, oh snap! That's what made Shadow of War so awesome. Shadow of Mordor, not Shadow of War. Shadow of Mordor so awesome. I mean, that was the main thing that made it awesome. It didn't really have. It had the bosses, but that was tied into the Nemesis system. So this could have been an addition to the main bosses. It wouldn't have been like, oh, here's Electro, and he's the boss, but he'd have sub bosses under him who would be persistent, and that would be dope. I don't know why I know again because it sounds like they missed some of the big staples that make a good open world sandbox game. They should have never let them make it. Activision should have made it. Well, I mean, as far as an open world game and as far as traversal things like that, Insomniac is pretty good. But I agree with you. I think they missed a few things. But I don't know if it's not I don't think it's a lack of the skill of the studio. I think they might have been cautious of adding too many systems in it, so that it would be like, okay, they have all this stuff. Like, what are the players really gonna do more? They're probably gonna swing around. Because like the gameplay loop is swing around, beat up some bosses, and collect some stuff, and then you hit the story points. I guess. If you hit a story mission, then you do that, and you beat up some bosses, then you beat the main boss or whatever, or sub bosses. It's the story structure is similar to Sunset Overdrive, because it's an open world game and all the fetch quest stuff. I mean, that's for the completionist people, but it's super not kind of fun. It's not really that fun. As fun as it is to move around the world. And I'm speaking of Sunset Overdrive right now, but I'm going to apply the same to Spider-Man because literally looking at it, I'm like, it looks and feels like Sunset Overdrive. Because they're using the same engine, honestly. It's just the same thing. Khadija says they don't know how to make an open world sandbox. They know how to make a story and shit. Yeah. You know what? I agree with you. The open world is there. I agree. The open world's there, and they put in the stuff that they previously learned on Sunset Overdrive, but I guess the main meat of the game is the story stuff, which really you don't need an open world for that. So I agree 100% with you in that. To have the open world, it needs to have the like maybe dynamic, like a little bit of dynamic destruction as far as like buildings and stuff. One thing I did get kind of annoyed about is when he was fighting the last boss. Not gonna say who. It was kind of like a smaller gameplay loop because there was like stages, right? But then you would like do the same actions, like when he webs and he swings around a refrigerator and he hits. He did that like 59 times, and then he's doing the web, the electro webs, and I'm like, okay. And it's like, ugh. I mean, it's a boss fight, but it wasn't as dynamic as I would have liked. Like they could have jumped from building to building. They could have done all kind of crazy stuff. This is New York, but they were on one building, fighting on one building. I'm like, really? Y'all are Spider-Man and whoever the boss is. Why y'all just fighting on one building? Just move. It's a big-ass city. What are you doing? So that's where in Sunset Overdrive, that's why I give Sunset Overdrive props. The one worm boss I keep talking about, you're flying through the city. And I'm like, yo, and I don't know if it's an actual, it might be a set path. It probably is. But, I mean, you're flying through the streets, and you could jump on the buildings. You could jump, you have to follow them and shoot them and hit them a certain way. And I was like, this is kind of cool, All right, Kajito says, all these devs think they can get away with just giving us suits to collect and shit like that. They full of it. You know what? Yeah, I agree with you, but that's really enticing, but it doesn't... I don't think that part, like the suit collecting it's cool. And you're like, oh, it's kind of cool. You put whatever suit you want. But that's like an afterthought. It's like that's like extra credit. It doesn't fix the problems of what Spider-Man is. That's why Spider-Man is 87 on Metacritic, because there are problems, And the same problems that are in Spider-Man are in Sunset Overdrive. So, I mean, that's the open world game that Insomniac makes. So you can't. You can if you played Sunset Overdrive to its completion, you played it enough to realize what like the loop is and how it feels. I'm looking at Spider-Man. I'm like, that's the same. That's the game. They, like you said, they went crazy with the story, which is cool. But that's the only thing that like differentiates it. It's like, oh, this is a Spider-Man story with Spider-Man characters and villains. But the gameplay loop, outside of that is Sunset Overdrive, except you're swinging instead of grinding, and you're in New York instead of Sunset City, and that's it. Spider-Man instead of whatchamacallit. So the suits don't work like new skills. I think they do. I think they have perks per suit, but I think you can apply the perks separate from the suit itself. So you don't have to wear a certain suit to have a certain perk. You unlock the perk with the suit, but then you can apply the perk for whatever suit you're wearing. I believe that's how it is. I believe that's how it is. Yes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it is. I think that's the best way to do it, because like if you're like, oh, I have to wear the Spider Rainbow suit to get the best power, I'm like, oh hell no, that's ugly, And I seen some of the suits. I was like, okay, that's all right, and that one's cool. And then they showed the Iron Man, the Spider. What's that called? The Spider suit, Iron Man Spider suit. I was like, oh, okay, that's all right. Actually, I don't think that's a kind of an ugly suit, honestly. Kajita says, I know it will never happen, but I want Rockstar to make an Iron Man sandbox game. That would be the shite. That was weird. I never said like that. Would Rockstar? I think the problem with Rockstar is that they don't make their movement system in their games is more realistic. It's grounded more in reality, and it's a little more subtle. I know Grand Theft Auto was ridiculous, but you have vehicles and stuff. But I mean, Iron Man might work if they treat the Iron suit as like a jet. A plane or / jetpack, that might work. But I don't know if they're. I don't know if they. It would be. You know what? It would be cool. I'm trying to think what other like studios would make a good open world superhero game. I mean, Rocksteady does Batman. what else could Rocksteady do in the DC universe that would be cool? Because I want to see, because like their work on Batman has been cool, but I want to see them kind of progress past that dark. Oh, let's add the Batmobile tank. Oh, like no, give me something. Yeah, Iron. Yeah. I agree, Kaiju. I mean, Kaiju says, I mean, like Iron Man, the movie, not like the con. Yeah. No, I agree. I think the Marvel Universe cinematic. I think there should be more Marvel Cinematic Universe game. I think that. Well, first of all, I think this Spider-Man game, should have been a direct link to the cinematic universe. I know that's impossible because of the way the game that they made is impossible because Spider-Man is just starting in the MCU, right? So all we have is Vulture in the MCU, and Iron Man. But as far as Rogue Gallery, or the bad guys, all we have is Vulture. So, and Spider-Man's been for 6 months he's been Spider-Man. So it's just the beginning. Bethesda would make a dope buggy Thor game. You know that yeah. I'm thinking like all the other open world games are slow and deliberately so, but still, it's like Skyrim is slow. Grand Theft Auto is paced, I'll say that, but like just the character movement itself is slow. But like I said, they can make it so when he's flying around, it'd be more better. But still, the physics on like their plane stuff, and I mean it's okay. Like the flying bike, like I watch a lot of PC, like Funhouse. They do a lot of PC Grand Theft Auto, so they have the flying bike, and I think they had Superman in one mod. So yeah, I think Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC is your best bet to get all of this, because what you can do is you can put, well, the Hulk was in one. I saw the Hulk, and I think Iron Man was in GTA 5. You just have to, it's a mod, obviously. But Superman definitely was. And so he's flying around. It's clunky, though. But that's the thing, because it's a mod. So what are you going to do? Because just says Spider-Man is out the MCU after Spider-Man 2. Is that true? I thought well, Spider-Man Far From Home. I've heard some rumors about that. They said that Spider-Man Far From Home would take place before Infinity War, but after Homecoming. You know? So, I mean, they say it's a prequel, but it's just, it's just the time between. So, because if you look at Infinity War, Spider-Man he's still in school. He still has his friend. He smacks him in the face. Hey, yeah, blah, 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 whatever. So, I mean, Spider-Man Far From Home could be literally the next day. And that's it, Kajus says, nope, it was a 4-movie deal. Wait, it was 4-movie deal for Tom Holland? And that's across studios? Is that how that works? Yeah, I guess you're right. So Spider-Man 2, Infinity War, yeah. I mean, they can always extend it. I mean, if Marvel wanted to do more, then yes. But if Sony wanted to do more, then no. Then Tom's like, nah, son, I'm out. Because it's a Civil War, Spider-Man, Homecoming, Avengers, Infinity War 1 and 2, Spider-Man 4 from... Yeah. Oh! I forgot about Civil War. Wow, you're right. That's 5 movies, though. Right? Civil War, Homecoming, Infinity War 1 and 2. That's 5. Oh. So the Marvel... Yeah, Homecoming is a Sony movie, right? So that's what I'm saying. Are they counting the Sony movies for his movie deal? I mean, his Tom Holland as Spider-Man, or are the Sony movies a separate deal where they're not counting? Because I would assume that they're not counting that because, like, Chris Evans signs to Marvel, who's owned by Disney, for a blah 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 deal. Meanwhile, Sony made Spider-Man it's a Sony Pictures that they contracted out to Marvel to make. So Marvel was the production company on Spider-Man Homecoming, but Sony is the boss on that. So any deals would be through Sony on that respect. So so they're counting Avengers as they're counting Avengers 1 and 2, Infinity War 1 and 2 as one movie. Okay, I got you. That's smart. That's sneaky and smart. It's like, nah, that's one movie. Actually, oh, you tricky bastards. Yeah, they already filmed it. They're cutting it together. That's coming out May? Is that May? I think that's May next year, right? That's gonna be good. Man, I'm so dumb. I'm like, I want to get Infinity War. I still haven't gotten it on UHD. I gotta get it on UHD, son. See that 4K, boy. I only got Logan on UHD, and Logan's not the most beautiful film, but looking at it in UHD, I'm like, damn, that looks good. And it's not even like super like, oh man, but it looks so good. I'm like, okay, freaking 4K is a thing. Gosh darn it. But I mean, I think they'll do a new deal. I mean, I don't know how much he's getting paid, but you know, I would assume he'd be like, yo, I need some more money. You want some more movies, Sony? Let's go. And they'll do it. And if Sony is smart, they will have Marvel make the Spider-Man movies for them. Do the same thing. Don't be cocky. Don't be stupid. Okay, Sony? Don't have hubris right now. Just be humble and be like, all right, we suck at making movies. Marvel, can you please make this again to make it a good movie? And they be like, all right. But we get Spider-Man back again for some more. Secret Wars or something. I don't know what they're going to do. Okay, just says, I think they're going to swap out the old cats and out in the new ones. We might get a female Captain America. She might be black son. Really? It would be cool if Black Panther's sister became a new Black Panther if they don't come. Yeah, well, I think, for sure, Chris Evans is out. He's like, I'm done. So I think Bucky will probably be the new. I think Bucky will be. It's either going to be Bucky or Falcon. I don't have a problem with either of them. It seems like Bucky's more poised. Is poised more to be the new Captain America since he's closer to Captain like that. He's more like a brother, and he's kind of been laying low. So I think his come up is coming up. But I think Barbara Downey's gonna be out soon, so I think they should do the I think Riri, what's her name is, the new Iron Man where it's a young black chick. That would be dope. If they get the right actor for that, that would be dope. I'd be like, oh hell yeah. And he's like chilling, like he's like old Bruce Wayne, just chilling in the background, like, yo, what's up? He's just the mentor. He's just not doing Iron Man anymore, kind of like what he did in Spider-Man Homecoming, where he's not there, he's just barely there. And he could just do these movies and get paid. You know what I mean? Because he says, F no. Don't let Bucky be Black Panther. He's White Wolf. No. Bucky would be the new Captain America. And not Black Panther. Yeah, he's White Wolf. Yeah. But no, he wouldn't be, he would be the new Cap. It's either, I was talking about Captain, who's going to be the new Captain America, not Black Panther. Black Panther, I think he's going to be around for a minute. If he comes back at all. I don't even know what's going to happen on the second Infinity War. Oh, spoilers. But I think Black Panther made too much money for them to ignore that universe. So there'll probably be a Black Panther 2. They'll have, extra characters in from the MCU and stuff. They know what they're doing over there at Marvel. But Phase 4, I mean, that is Phase 4, right? I think. So that's going to be, it'll be, Black Panther, a new Cap, I would say new Iron Man, Spider-Man. I would say Spider-Man. If they continue with Spider-Man, I think Spider-Man will join the Avengers. Well, officially he was in the Infinity War. He's like, oh, you're an Avenger now, whatever. I was like, okay. That lasted for like 2 seconds. Spoilers. Yeah, I mean, what I really want to see is like the X-Men and Fantastic Four up in there. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of like they've been missing not two-thirds, but a big chunk of what the whole Marvel universe was lacking, and it's the family, that family dynamic, which is the Fantastic Four. I'm trying to think. There was a movie that I recently saw that had a sequel, and it was about it was the Guardians of the Galaxy. You just mentioned Rocket Raccoon. That's what that movie is about, family, you know. And yeah, but there are a whole bunch of different people who are family, and Fantastic Four is more closely knit family. But they could do that, you know. They can have they should reboot Fantastic Four or introduce them in the MCU, like maybe in I was gonna say maybe in this Infinity, the second part, but they're done with it, so it's probably impossible. So they're probably gonna do another Avengers with introducing the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. Kaiju says, "I'm done with the X-Men. That shite got played out." It only got played out. Here's the reason why X-Men got played out. Mark Singer. Bryan Singer. Mark Singer, I don't know who that person. Bryan Singer is why X-Men got played out, because Bryan Singer, as good as he was, I think he got played out. I think he fell off, and with all, I'm not gonna blame the controversies of his whatever he does in his personal life and stuff like that, but his movies have been. I liked Days of Future Past. That was dope. No, I'm sorry. Reverse that. First Class was dope, but that's because that was a Magneto Origins movie. That's why it was dope. And I think Logan was awesome because it wasn't an X-Men movie. Logan was a Western, a modern day Western with X-Men characters in it, and it was dope. KJ says Fantastic Four should bring back as kids. Should be brought back as kids. MCU needs a Junior League. Rocket Raccoon is new Iron Man. Thoughts? No. I think they would do better to, because Rocket Raccoon is Rocket Raccoon. He's a specific character who has a specific just attitude. He's just Rocket. He's just like, whatever, let me build this real quick. He's just Rocket. He's not even like, I can't even compare him to, I mean, I guess you compare him kind of to Iron Man because he could tinker real good, but he's like, it's an amalgamation of kind of different personalities, and I like him. I like him as Rocket, as this little guy who has kind of, not demons, but he's very damaged. He's a very damaged individual, and part of that is, you know, whatever. He was joking. I'm just saying, you know, some people might be like, but Rocket is Rocket. Riri needs to be the new Iron Man, and Tony needs to be the mentor. Yeah, I don't like westerns. See, I don't know. Have you seen Logan, Kaijudo? Because I don't like westerns either. But Logan is good. Logan is like, I don't like westerns, probably because cowboys and horses and old ass guns and stuff. But Logan is like, the good thing about Logan is that it's rated R. There's one shot of titties. That's it. Only one, and it's quick. It's like bloop. That's it. But the R part is like snicked, slow motion through the face. I'm like, okay. And I'm like I'm not that squeamish, right? But I'm watching that movie and I'm like, ooh, and like every time he's killing fools, right? Every time he's fighting, it's always like, snap. That just, it's like there's so many money shots in Logan. It's ridiculous. And I was like, oh man, this, I don't know. I'm thinking like, how do you make Wolverine in the MCU after Logan? I don't know how you do it, because I mean, I'll be like, okay, he can be in it, but he's not doing nothing. He's just like, yeah. Or they let him loose in a room and everybody hears it like, and everybody screaming, and he comes out full of blood. But even the amount of blood that would be on him or in the room would make the movie rated R, so they couldn't do that. And that was the problem with the other X-Men movies, is that Logan, you know, he was killing fools, but there was like no blood. But in Logan, so good. If you haven't seen Logan Kaijudo, you definitely need to watch it, because it's like a Western, but if Westerns were like Logan, I would like Westerns. That's what Logan is. Anyway, so moving back or forward to the next. So we have Infinity War 2, and then after that is Spider-Man Far From Home, which I guess is the name of it. I don't know. So like I said, they're saying that it happens before Infinity War, the events of Infinity War. Now that's possible, or he could come back in Infinity War 2 somehow, some way, and that's where it takes place. Meaning, or they could do, there's so many dimensions. There's shattered dimension or whatever. There's dimensionality in Spider-Man's, in the Marvel Universe. So what it could be is Spider-Man leaves the MCU universe that we've been accustomed to, and he ends up going to another one, basically, where Miles Morales exists, right? So Miles might be a little kid, but wait, wasn't he? No, Miles wasn't. No, he wasn't. Okay. Kaijudo says Wolverine in the MCU is going to be just like Wolverine in the Marvel Ultimate Alliance video games. He just plays a brat with claws. He's just going to be in the people's faces like Iron Man and Cap. Yeah. What up, bub? He doesn't say bub enough. That's my main problem with Wolverine. Don't say bub enough. And he's too tall. Hugh Jackman was way too tall for Wolverine. He's like 2 feet taller than Wolverine. Wolverine's shorter than I am. Wolverine's like 4'10" or something like that. Or 5 foot, or however tall he is. He's not tall, but he's stocky. He's like chink, like a Wolverine. So if they get a short dude who's like muscular, like I was gonna say Zac Efron as Wolverine. I don't think he's a good enough actor. But he's got the muscle. He's a little too thin. He's not stocky enough. So who's a short, stocky actor who's a good actor, who's short and stocky? And Kaiju says Wolverine in the MCU is going to be that character that speaks for the audience. He's going to break the fourth wall every chance he gets. Well, if they have Deadpool in, well, that's Deadpool's job. You know what? I think here's what I think. So Deadpool is still part of Fox, right? I think. Wait. Hold up. Disney Marvel just bought Fox. No, Warner Brothers. Wait a second. No, not Warner Brothers. I'm sorry. They just bought Fox's stuff. Okay, so that's why they have the X-Men and Deadpool is Fox. So they have Deadpool as well, I would assume. So that's the problem. Oh, man. I hope there's a Deadpool 3 because Deadpool's really good. Maybe they'll just bleep him out. That would be funny if they bleep him out. Does Xbox even need Netflix? I doubt it. I don't even know what that means. La la la. Kaijudo says Wolverine MCU is going to be the. Oh, I just said that. Dumb. I am dumb. Okay. Cool and cool and cool. All right. But I mean, so they have to solve some problems in the next Infinity War. I think Gamora is going to do some damage, and Captain Marvel, of course. That's the next movie coming out, Captain Marvel, and that's going to be wait a second, Captain Marvel's first, and then Infinity War, and then Spider-Man. Yeah. So when does Captain Marvel come out? Sorry about that. I don't remember. So is Captain Marvel March, April, May is Infinity War, and then June? Is that how that's going? I don't know. Anyway, I think Captain Marvel's gonna be really good. Dude, I saw Jude Law in the pictures. I was like, that's Jude Law? Dude got Diesel. He's like, oh, look at him. Got a little bit of hairpiece there because he's pretty much bald. But I was like, that okay? Jude Law went to the gym. Got buff. I did barely recognize him. I was like, okay. But I think, I mean, not knowing a lot about Captain Marvel, everybody's saying, oh, she's the most powerful character. She's more powerful than this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay, she can fly. She got energy beams out of her hands. She's super strong. I was like, okay. So what's her weakness? That's, I mean, you know, do we want to run into the same Superman conundrum, right? I mean, he has a weakness to kryptonite, so there's got to be something with I guess it's maybe like morality, kind of like a Captain America, where he's like, you know, he has certain morals, so he won't do certain things and stuff. So, and that's the same with Superman too. But I don't know. I mean, Marvel has yet to really make us like what's the worst Marvel MCU movie? Thor 2, Thor: The Dark World. Maybe. Well, and IMO, I would say. Everything else was like, yeah, it's all right. You know, Ant-Man, that was cute. Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, that was cuter. All right, that's cool. You know. So I don't see how with their formula, with the leadership of Kevin Feige, whatever, Feige. I don't see how they can go wrong. Even Marvel making a Sony Spider-Man movie still made a good movie, despite Sony being involved with it. Despite Amy Pascal sitting there talking, oh yeah, Spider-Man, he might be in Venom, boop-a-da-boo. And Kevin's sitting there like, you motherfucker, start talking right now. I was like, man, I swear, Kev, man, you are a better man than most of us. I don't see, I mean, I don't know. I will never forget what Amy Henning, what Amy, wow, I just forgot her name, and I just said her name, and I just forgot it. Doesn't matter. The Sony lady, producer. Will that hang over her forever? I mean, people forget. People, I guess, have already forgotten. I think she needs to stay out of the press forever. She needs to not be in interviews, because she may seem excited and whatever, happy and good will and stuff, but if you read like the emails and stuff and like, oh yeah, she said that stuff, and then you look at her and like, yeah, you feel it feels wrong to like you. It's like, I can't like you because in reality, if you read the emails, you're kind of a BIT, you know what I mean? Kind of a biatch. And then you're sitting there, oh man, trying to be pleasant. I'm like, no, just stop playing. You're playing a role right now. Anyway, this Pascal. Maybe Pascal. I knew it would come back. But that's fine. But like I said, that animated the Spider-Man. I'm gonna try to find the trailer real quick. The Spider-Man Dimension, whatever the heck it's called. Spider-Man animated, because I don't remember what it was called. Movie 2018. It's called Into the Spider-Verse. That's a dumbass name. Sorry. Okay, I hate this. Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta go to YouTube because Bing always does that. It freaking pops up the.
So I had.
Jesus.
So I had.
Shut up. Sorry. Shut up. You shut the hell up. You shut up. Spider. Turn that down. It's way too loud. Spider. Boo Sony. Boo Columbia. Boo animation. Okay, the animation's good. So I like the way it looks. I like the city is stylized. I like the sound, like the music so far. I like the fact that the characters' frame rates are lower than everything else. So it's like the characters' frame rates are like, I don't know, 15 frames per second. And the rest of it is like 24. It looks kind of cool. It's a stylistic thing. It looks very cool. I'm not exactly sure how they did that. But they did it. Yeah, it makes it feel. It makes it kind of feel stop motiony, but not really. Is that it? No, that's not it.
Wait, so how many others are there?
Yes. Yeah. So, Spider-Verse, but like that's a cool. It looks cool, and I like. I mean, it looks cool. And the actual concept of it is like, oh yeah, all the Spider-Mans exist in the same universe. Hey, I mean that in itself, I'm like that would seem to be a better video game than what Insomniac did, because I mean maybe they're kind of leaning toward that. Maybe in their universe that's what it is. They just have to introduce the characters like one by one. So Miles might be a Spider-Man. I mean, I would assume that he would be a Spider-Man because it's Miles Morales in the Spider-Man game who's not a Spider-Man. He's probably going to be Spider-Man. Let's just jump to conclusions real quick. If Gwen Stacy shows up somewhere, she should, because I think she was around before Mary Jane, I believe. And then they mix that up in the movies. So, I don't know, man. We'll see. Gwen. Spider-Gwen, Spider-Jane, Mary Jane, Spider-Jane. I don't know. Just give it, just do it. That'd be dope. But yeah, Spider-Man is a good game. It's just not as good as people thought it would be, I guess. Yeah. So the hype is not real, but it's a good game. How about that? Yeah, boy. I'm trying to see what else. I was gonna actually draw this episode today, but I have trouble drawing and talking. And I notice when I watch some streams that are just drawing, they have music on and they just draw because it's hard to talk and draw at the same time. So I can't do it. So I can't do it while I use them, but I can do it. Was there any other Sony news? I don't think there was Sony news, right? Was there Sony news? Is my Wi-Fi on? What's going on here? Oh, my Wi-Fi is not on. Come on, son. What the hell? I'm gonna reset. Gotta reset my phone. Because some reason it just be like, nope. Well, I guess I gotta just look it up here. I don't wanna. I like doing it on my phone. It's just easier. Until, it doesn't work. Anyway, but yeah, man. It's just whatever. It's cool. I'm gonna play some Sunset Overdrive because it has more curse words in it. I was thinking about I should restart it, and I was like, I don't want to restart it. So I think what I'll do, I'll try to collect all the collectathons, which is gonna be ugh. But I can, what you can do, you can select after you finish a mission, you can select it, so I can play all the boss monsters again. So I gotta look at a list of all the boss missions and play those. But I think there's an actual icon that denotes it's a boss mission, but I don't remember. But I did play the Wormy Worm again. It was Brill Creams. That's one of the characters. Brill Cream is a good guy, and then his troop leader took over and chopped off his arms and legs. And it was weird. The game is weird. And so you got to fight him. He drinks some overdrive and turns into the monster, and you got to beat him. So it was that. It was the oil rig, but that was the DLC. There was one where you had a plane. You were trying to fly out, because the whole premise of Sunset Overdrive is you're trying to escape the city, basically. So you try to get with this old dude, and you're like, oh, hey, let's build a plane, and you're like, yeah, okay, and then they build like a jalopy plane with like a car with wings on it, and it kind of works, but it doesn't work. You're like, oh man, and then you get at one point you get into a boat, like, oh, we get boat out of here, because Sunset City is like basically an island kind of, and then that doesn't work, and you're like, and then Fizzo Core or something. It's the people who make the Overdrive. They're trying to like hide the fact that people turned into mutants, and you have to actually beat their mascot is like a giant balloon dude, and you got to beat him. He's like shooting bombs at you, and then there's another sect of, I think, Fizco that has robots, and they're like the security for Fizco or something, and you got to shoot and you got to beat them with the robot. You got to beat the robots, and then you ultimately fight a building at the end. which is I think it's it's either the Fizco building or it's the building for the robots. I forgot. And so you're going around fighting a building. It's pretty crazy. Is there? How many was that? It's the boat, the plane, worm, fizzy, and the building. That was 5, but I think there are more than that. I think there's more boss monsters, but there are at least those 5. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm trying to remember. There has to be more than that. Well, actually, they pepper in some horde stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that stuff too much because you got to put up traps and stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff about Sunset Overdrive that's like, the whole trap system is okay, but it's not the best, you know. And those parts I didn't really like that much, but I guess playing co-op would have been. I mean, you could play multiplayer co-op with it. I don't know if it's co-op, but I know it's multiplayer. I think they took down the servers. I know I said that before, but I was playing that, and I was playing some more Assassin's Creed Origins because I stopped playing it for some reason. I don't want to stop, and I put it back in. I was like, oh, let me just do the story. How about that? Because all the other side mission stuff, I'm like, I'm never gonna do all these. And I'm like, this map is so huge. I haven't even explored the whole map. I'm like, I gotta finish this thing. So, and it's not as hard as I thought. Although I did forget some of the controls, and I'm like, oh yeah, like wait, the shield dudes. How do I break the shield dudes? I don't remember. So I was getting whooped. And I was like, you know what? Forget about this. I'm gonna stop real quick. I gotta look at some tutorials or something. Oh my god, my phone is acting up right now. Well, whatever. But trying to see. Besides I talked about Ken Yoshida, Kenrico. I forgot his name. Let's say Ken Yoshida, talking shite about crossplay. That was last week. Yeah. I don't think there was anything else really. Let me see. Let me see if there's anything that I missed. So let me pull this up a little bit so you guys don't see all the blink blocks and the grip crops and the zoop zops. Oh, that's too small. Oh, I did watch the Jim Carrey Kidding. That one, that's a sad ass show. I do not. Nintendo is limiting cloud saves? Okay, I don't know what that was. Oh, dude, I watched it's on Mondo. Is it called? Yes, it's Mondo Media. I mean, these are like old. These are old cartoons, but I watched a thing called Deep Space 69. That's a funny show. Deep Space 69 marathon. I think there's 2 or 3 seasons, and they're short, like 5-10 minute per episode. I was cracked. That was funny. I was like, okay, this is pretty good. It was like Adventure Time meets Futurama, but bad words, and he's always trying to get boned. He's always boning and trying to bone. I was like, okay, that's funny. And, oh yeah, and the Destiny 2 came out, or whatever, Forsaken or whatnot. I was like, ugh. People are like, oh, it's good again. I'm like, yeah, I'm down with that. Spider-Man, Metal Gear. Elon Musk smokes crack on Joe Rogan. Oh, he smokes weed. Alex Jones gets banned. Alex Jones. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been watching a lot of just goofy animation. It's pretty funny. Yeah, Fortnite's getting ridiculous with all the different stuff. It's pretty cool though. I appreciate it. I mean, that's one thing I did play was PUBG. They released the final release version. Yeah, it's super stable. It looks better like that. The new map that the smaller map. I forgot what it's called. It's pretty good. I'm like, oh, and they added a thing where you get daily rewards. So if you play like I don't know, an hour per day, you get some experience and stuff. I'm like, oh, pretty smart. So let's see. Oh, I saw the Spider-Man, the animated, the old school, like cartoon shaded Spider-Man suit. It looks cool, but it does not fit in that world. Let's see, Venom. How the Venom trailer should have ended. Dumb. Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Man PS4 Pro unboxing and teardown. Spawnwave's gonna open that? Come on. Why would you open that piece of hot garbage? It's the same thing. They just put a different cover on it. I think that's it. Oh yeah. Also, well, no. Actually, I was gonna say. Oh yeah. No, I'm not gonna say. I'm saying first casting choices. Oh, for Spider-Man. Oh, okay. Leonardo DiCaprio, some shit like that. 5 times Spider-Man was confusingly retconned. I don't want to go through that. That's cool. But yeah, I ain't got nothing else. I ain't got nothing else. Let's see. PS4 news. Let's see what's going on in the world of PS4. In the world of PS4. Yeah, we know about the Easter egg. Nobody care. Nobody care. Spider-Man. So there's 3 stories about Spider-Man, and the rest is what, Final Fantasy, Alchemist, 8 PS4 accessories, Mega Man 11, and Spider-Man back. Oh, you glitch your way to the Statue of Liberty. I saw that, but you can't even go up on it because it's like, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, they couldn't put the bull in the whatchamacallit. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Or is it more? Hold on, Battlefield. Cyberpunk. Can Cyberpunk 2077 run on PS4 and Xbox One? Well, you know. Spider-Man does respond to downgrade claims. Downgrade. Nobody cares about the downgrade anymore. That's how stupid it was. It was funny, but it was stupid. But it was true. But it was stupid. I don't want to consider it a downgrade. They just changed the texture of his suit a little bit. And the lighting stuff. What is this? Spider-Man on PS4 takes around 20 hours? I thought it was 30 hours. Huh. Deep Space Nine is a real porno? I guess, Kaijito, but it's go on YouTube and look up Deep Space Nine or Mondo. I guess Mondo TV, or I forgot what it was. But it's funny. It's funny. Watch it. It doesn't take long to watch it. Like, each season is about a half an hour, 35 minutes long. So it's worth it. And they're quick, snappy. It's about a dude, I forgot his name. And he's a cocky captain, and he's got a koala friend. It's funny. I was like, okay, this is good. I like this. I was sitting there, I was like, you know when you just want to watch something and it's like harmless and it's like, that's what it was. It was like, oh, you know, and the animation isn't too horrible, but he's definitely a womanizer. So if you have something against womanizers, then don't watch it, because that's all he does. And his thing is like he shoots at whenever he wants to get rid of anybody, he shoots him out the airlock, basically. So it's pretty funny. And then there was this one. I'll spoil one of them. He had a crush on this high school girl when he was younger, and she was like, "Oh, you're cute," and then she had to leave to another planet, or whatever. And he was like, "Oh man." Then he saw her at a bar because like there was like a Captain Kirk dude there. He's like, "Go get the bartender's phone number, and then you can have," because Captain Kirk was sitting at his seat, not real Captain Kirk, but anyway, he was sitting at his seat at his at the club or at his bar, or whatever. So he said, "You go get the phone number of her, and you can get your seat back." And he said, "Done and done," or whatever. And he went, and he saw her. He's like, and then he did the flashback and all that stuff. Come to find out that it wasn't his girlfriend; it was a shapeshifter, and it was funny. I was like, okay. And then eventually got airlocked. Basically, I was like, okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. And his voice is kind of, he sounds like Seth MacFarlane, but he's not Seth MacFarlane. But he sounds enough like Seth MacFarlane, but not enough to like, Seth MacFarlane. But he sounds like, it's like a Seth MacFarlane type of dude or something. But I was like, okay, that's good. So yeah, definitely watch it. It's a good. I would say watch the first season, and if you don't like it, then just forget about it or something. La dee da dee dee da. Sorry, I had to stand up because I had the jibby jews and my blibby blows. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, my phone's resetting. Now it got stuck on the get out of here. I need a new phone. As much as I like this phone, I need a new phone. But all the other phones, I'm like, I want a phone with a 4K camera. Like none of them that are like of a price that I want to pay have a 4K camera. I'm like, dude, I'm not paying $1,000 for a damn phone. You're out your damn minds. I paid $500 and something for this phone 3 years ago, which was a lot. But I'm getting it. I'm getting the most out of it. As long as they keep updating it and don't abandon it, I guess I'll be okay. Maybe not. I don't know. Excuse me. Top boring company shows off new way to operate its machine and Xbox controller. Oh, where Elon Musk use Xbox? Why don't they use the PlayStation 4 controller? Oh, you know why they don't use the PS4 DualShock 4? Because it's hot garbage. Proof that the Xbox One controller is better. Everybody is using it. Then somebody in chat's gonna be, not to play Xbox, because nobody plays that Xbox, don't it? They're only using it to control other stuff, because that's all it's good for. Hey, bottom line, they selling more controllers. More than Sony. Oh, that's not true, because Sony sells more controllers because your batteries die and you have to buy a new controller. That's a good that's a good business move right there. Battlefield 5 runs at 1836 on Xbox One X, 1296 on PS4 Pro with dynamic scaling. Dynamic resolution scaling. 1296p? Dude, that is a nut hair away from 1080p. What the hell is going on with the Pro? Why is the Pro so hot garbagey? I mean, I know it's hot garbage compared to the X, not enough power, but come on, son. That's like 400, that's 300, 400. That's like almost 600p difference on the vertical. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's not even a, that's a lot. That's the difference between 2K and 4K, almost, not quite. It's the difference between a little bit more. That's like 2.25K and 3K. $12 fat. Wait, what? Oh, wait, Overwatch for Overwatch for $12. Phantom Black Xbox controller. I don't want a $60. I already have Overwatch. Final Fantasy Pocket Edition. Xbox as a service. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on Xbox One X to be improved soon. Oh, I guess they're doing more stuff. Oh, they have to add. I don't think they added. There's a different mode they're doing on Battlegrounds that's basically just like a last man. It's more of a traditional multiplayer PvP mode, which I might play. That might be interesting. Grease-proof controller. I heard about that. I didn't know what that was. Usually likes. Oh yeah, you heard about the Skill Up? I think it's called the Xbox Skill Up or something, where you can use your phone to basically take, or Alexa, or whatever, if you have a smart speaker in your house, to control your Xbox, so you don't need to connect basically anymore for that. I mean, you could do it with your headphones. You know, you can say Xbox blah blah blah, and it does it. But without the headphones, then you could do it. I mean, all they need to do really is make a controller with a microphone in it, and that would solve everything, dude. I don't know if they'll ever do that, but I mean, it would only be for that reason. So I don't know. Shadow Tomb Raider on Xbox One Enhanced. Okay. Path of Exile. Tomb Raider. Developer want PS5 and Xbox Scarlet to have more memory. Of course it'll have more memory. The Xbox, well, I think the low-end Scarlet will still be 12 gigs. And the high-end Scarlet will be 16. Wait a second. The X dev kits have 24 gigs. But those are thousands of dollars. Yeah, 24 gigs might be too much. 16, 18, 20. If they this is 8 to 16. 16 makes the most sense for the next gen. I don't know. What would 16 4 I already looked it up. I'll look it up again. See what's different. What would be? I mean, 16 I think is the bottom that they would have to be for anything. And I would say they would do a revision of the X. So that's what the Scarlet would be. So the X is the X. They may revise the X to make it cheaper at some point. I don't know how they would do that, but whatever. But the Scarlet would be, it's going to have different CPU and everything. Different CPU, GPU. So I'd say more RAM. So I'd say 16 at the bottom. 32 is way too much. There's no way. 24. Let's say 24, just like the X dev kits. That way, it'll be comparable to the. Oh, that's what I'm missing. It'll be comparable to the dev kits, and that's the thing. A lot of people. I just want to touch on this real quick before I go. A lot of people like, oh, it was playing on a PlayStation 4. Right? It's like, okay, did you see it playing on a PlayStation 4, or you had the controller, right? And I'm not saying it was playing on a PC and they're trying to pretend. I'm just saying it could be dev kits. And a PlayStation 4 dev kit is not a PlayStation 4. Let's be real. You know, people don't understand that. You got to understand. Dev kits are way more powerful than the actual console. Like I just said, the Xbox One X dev kit is ridiculous. If that was a console, that would be the next. It wouldn't be the next generation because it's CPU bound. But besides the CPU, everything else is crazy. 24 gigs of RAM, SSD, regular HD in it, regular hard drive, something else with it had the little screen in the front. I'm like, yo, no. And the funny thing is that I think they could do that extra screen stuff just through USB. So just give, I'm sure that information exists in the system. All it needs is a readout, but I guess that would be extra compute cycles to have a readout with stuff. Or if it's not extra compute cycles and it's just in there, just have a readout for it. That would be cool. Like if the next system had that stuff, like what the Scorpio had, the dev kit, man, that would be so cool. That would be kind of like, oh, this is why you spend the big bucks on these consoles, because it has this stuff on it, Or have an app that gives you that information, Give me a frames per second counter. Give me a frame. Give me the whatchamacallit. Oh wow. Frame buffers, and give me all that information. On a second screen experience. Remember that second screen experience? They used to have that, but not anymore. But yeah, that's about it. Got nothing else to say about Spider-Man, because Spider-Man does whatever a Batman can, because it's just the same old game with a different painted coat. It's land. Look out! You're playing Batman again. Insomniac, trick you fools. Y'all best to go back to school. They done did a switcheroo. Y'all thought y'all were playing Spider-Man under rules, but it's really Batman. In the day of the night, you think it's Batman, but it's night, right? It's Spider-Man, but it's Batman and the light. Is he black? Is he white? Is he red left or is he right? I don't care. I'm not gonna play cause I got Sunset Overdrive. Look out. You gonna play Spider-Man, but it's really Batman. It is really Batman. Bam. There you go. That's the that is the review of Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4 in song form. It's really just Batman. Spider-Man, really just Batman with Sunset Overdrive in it. Really just, ooh, if they had Batman and Sunset Overdrive, that'd be cool. I made my character look like Spider-Man, kind of. Had red hockey, like a red ski mask on and red pants and a red shirt. I was like, look, I'm playing Spider-Man. And it felt just like it. Except it was more curse words, so it was better. Anyway, that's about all I have for today. Here, let me see if I can load this up. My computer will probably crash, but I'm gonna try anyway. Doopy doop. This is a blender. Let me show you what I'm working on as far as logo stuff. Oh, now I didn't draw this logo. Tony drew it. Let me load it up here. Oh, let me go on the other screen. Sorry. Boop. There it is. There it is. All right. Loading. Open recent. That. All right. So he drew this. You know, it's sketch. You know, it's just like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Cropsy's Hideout. That's the name of our group, I guess. Yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna do this for now. Just a little zoom out. Zoom. Cropsy's Hideout. Yeah. So I mean, that's all it is right now. Let me see if I can view 3D cursor display depth of field. Ooh. Oh snap, that's dope. Ooh, I gotta change where the depth of field actually. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Oh, stop. Like now I'm working on it. All right, so let's see. Depth of field would be. Oh, I gotta do camera, right? Camera. Can I select the camera from here? There it is. All right, camera. Background images. All right. So there's the camera. Camera's there. Focal length. So I need the focal length to be. No, I don't want the focal. I guess I could keep it at 35. 35. But I want the focus to be. What the hell's how do I get the focus? How do I get the focus? It's not the focal length. Is it not the sensor size? That's the thing. Perspective, orthographic, panorama. Perspective. I have to figure out. I'm not too good at the blender, if you guys didn't know. Depth of field, there it is. All right, so is it f-stop ratio? Let me see if I can find this. Distance. It's distance. Okay. So let's see. So where is it? 6, 5, 4, 5. So 1. Okay. Or yeah, I guess I'll do 2. Let's see here. No, it's still. Alright, so I gotta do 1. Oh, even 1 is not it's too much. I might have to change the focal length then. Because I want it to be a little bit blurry at the beginning. It's not really. I guess, I mean, I'll leave that for now. But I mean, basically, that's what it is. Oops. It's just a zoom out like that. Let me zoom in a little bit. And that's what it does. And that's, you know, this is the viewing area. This our thing is just the whatever. So I haven't figured out. I think I might just use that, or I might redraw it so that I can do. But I like the little pencil texture, because it's an actual. That's the actual. It's actually just a photo of the picture. I didn't scan it in. So I get a little bit more detail as far as that goes. But I have to figure it out. But that's what I was doing today, basically. So Grumpy's hideout. I have to change the lighting. I want to put some more lighting and stuff in it. And maybe I'll put this through GIMP and try to, or maybe I'll take another picture of it so that so it's a nice flat. Because I was gonna scan it, but my wife gave my scanner away. I'm like, where's my scanner? I need to scan stuff. Oh, and then she does the I'm like, you mother flower. And I'm like, I'm truly mad. I'm like, why did you donate my scanner? It's my scanner, I bought scanner, right? Still works. Why would you do that? I need to scan stuff. Sometimes I need to, this instance in particular, I need to scan it. And people are like, no, just take a picture of your phone. It's not the same, But whatever. So this is what it is. So I mean, what I just need to do really is to kind of build a setup where I can put my camera in and have the right lighting and take a picture without the flash. Because the flash, if you notice, right here is where the flash flashed, and it's lighter than the rest of it. So it's kind of an issue. I need balanced light. So I'd probably have to build a little light box to do this. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. And this is what it looks. This is basically a plane image with planes. Create an image with plane, or image from planes, or plane from image. No, image from planes. No. Plane from image, something like that. Plane from images. And that's the reverse. And I just extruded it because I thought that I would I was going to try to do like an effect on it, or like it breaks down like a brick wall, or well, not like a brick wall because that's dumb, but just something different. But I didn't, so I just kind of left it and see, like, ooh, look at that. That's kind of dope, actually. Oh snap! I just got an idea. I can make a room. If I do a texture, I could do a floor and ceiling the same with just doing that and extruding it out. Oh snap! That's the easy way to do a textured room, isn't it? Well, floor and ceiling anyway, not anything else. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I was having issues before because I had the camera going too far down and it would do a double. And I was like, wait, what's going on? Oh, because I didn't have it extruded wide enough. So it was it's fun to do this stuff. I like it. So I might just leave this like this, but I'll probably go into GIMP and fix it up, or do something to it to make it look a little better. Or maybe we can do a painting of it. That would be cool. That would be really cool, actually. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yes, I want to quit. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. Whatever. Xbox #1. Xbox One X, most powerful console. Like, what? Thanks for showing up. Thank you once again, Plum-Ear 2, for following a fool, because I am a fool. Trying to see how many followers I have. I don't remember. I have to look it up later. It should say up here, but it feels like to me like Mixer is always changing their UI or GUI or something, and I don't know. But I gotta change this. I always do that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Follow me on Mixer. I'm Esgee, Esgee on Mixer. This is where the show is every week, 7 p.m. Eastern. What else? Allgames.com/live is where the audio is. Oh man, we totally broke stuff. That's where the audio lives. Why isn't this working now? Okay, 1 second. Let me fix this real quick with my wires here. Spider-Man. All right. And you can see I'm on Twitch too. Twitch as well. There's no sequel to Twitch. R9Cast on Twitch. R9Cast on Twitter. Lord SG on Instagram. All those things. Just follow as many as you can. On Instagram, I just take pictures of like nature, spiders. There was a spider in my front yard. It's like a monster. It's like a Skullnacrid or whatever, whoever said that from Zelda. It's like it looks like it has bones on the back of it. It's so cool. It's like this big. It's a smaller one, but I've seen some like this big. They get big. I don't know how poisonous they are, but I am not finding out. So I was like, oh man, and it's right. I have like a potted plant that's on wheels, and I move it around. It's actually a tree, but it's small. And it made a little web there. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not moving you, so okay. So I hope Bridget, I got to tell her not to move that thing because, sorry, I had to adjust. I got to tell her not to move that thing because spider. And I don't want her to get bit because she's like, arr. But anyway, appreciate y'all hanging out. I always say this every week. I'm like, I'm going to stream. And I never do. So I'm not going to say I'm going to stream, but I'm going to try to figure out a way so that I can start doing that more. Or less. But yeah. Took the weight, all games. I stole that from 10-Minute Podcast, but they don't do it anymore. And the guy who inherited it sucks, hasn't done a podcast in like 2 months. So after 10-Minute Podcast, I said it officially, but I still love you, Will Sasso, and Tommy Blacha, and Chat Culture, and you guys are cool. Preach, all games, preach. So all games is done. All games is not done. I just turned it off. And the thing about all games, I could turn it off. Well, actually, I mean, it's hard to tell, but I'm gonna say bye now. I'm gonna say bye. I'm gonna do like this so I can know that it's time to turn it off on the stream. So tilt the weight, and then I wait. 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 Tilt the weight, and then I